Is this the last nail in Outlier Legal's coffin? I think it might be. I don't know. I think it is. So if you're caught up in this drama, not that you wanted to be caught up in the drama, but I got a lot to say about that. We're going to be getting to that in a minute. Hey guys, I just got back from my first relocation retreat this past Saturday. I was down in Estadios Este in a place called Sunset Del Mar Resort. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful place right on the ocean, about 20 minutes north of Manuel Antonio. Man, was it fun. I met a lot of cool people like you, Steve and Shelly and Mario and Peter and Dana and Rob and Laura and Becky and Chris and Greg and some other people I can't remember their names. But what was so cool is I got to meet some of my fellow YouTubers that I never met, but I see them. They're on the YouTube. So I did some videos with him, which was great. So I know a lot of people. You watch Alan Ricard, did a video with him. Got another one going to be putting up soon. It was fun. Two Type A personalities chatting, having fun. So it was great doing videos with him and meeting him. And I know also a lot of you watch Sarah Elena. Do you know Sarah Elena? If you don't know Sarah Elena, I did a 40-minute video with her. It was so fun meeting her as well. And that video is coming also soon, so that was fun. And then my friend Pablo, you know Pablo, the import-export guy, the container guy, the guy that brings down your household goods, ships your car, got me a new mug. Oh man, I was so happy because I had just broken mine like 4 days prior, so that was cool. Now, I won't bore you with the relocation retreat too much. I just want to say one thing, which was very nice to hear. When people are spending their hard-earned money and whatever they're spending it on doesn't live up to their expectation, they will tell you, that sucked. You wasted my time. You wasted my money. I'm going to let people know you wasted my time and my money. Well, happy to report that nobody thought that. Everybody thought that their money was well spent. They got the bang for their buck. They got the information they wanted. They had a good time in that week. So that was extremely good to hear. So if Costa Rica is on your radar, thinking about living here, we have another relocation retreat coming in a few months. Plenty of time to schedule that, and you're gonna leave the retreat going, Costa Rica's for us, or it's honey, we're going to Belize. So all that information about the next retreat is in a link in the description below. All right, I'm not a legal guy. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you, man, this is kind of I'm kind of pissed. I literally have tried to do this video yesterday 70 times. I started sweating. I started over like 70 times. I had all this. But you know what? I realized I'm kind of pissed. And so I'm just going to go with that. This is going to be more impromptu. I'm not going to really follow this little outline I had. So if you've been following along with Outlier Legal's troubles, here's all you need to know if you haven't followed along. Now, I've done 2 videos on this. I'll put the links if you want to catch up. But basically, who is Outlier if you don't know? Outlier Legal was one of the biggest, I'll get your residency so you can live in Costa Rica, immigration agencies on the internet. They were huge. They started about the same time we started our travel business. I know the owner, Rafael Valverde. No, we're not best friends, but I do feel like I know who he is. I've lived in Costa Rica for 17 years. I kind of know how things operate. So I'm going to put my perspective on this, what's going on. So what happened? Well, they closed their doors about a month and a half ago. Not completely. They had 4 offices, and he said they only have 5 employees, but they got rid of all their employees. They farmed out all their stuff. They were into real estate. They were into doing legal documents for people, helping you set up small business. But the biggest majority of their time was spent getting you guys residency. And so obviously, if you're in the middle of your residency and you're, you're using Outlier Legal, it causes a great deal of stress. What's going on, man? Am I going to get my money back? Am I going to get this? He's put out 3 statements. The first one was pretty much, hey, we haven't really closed our doors and we're not going to be filing for bankruptcy. There's a lot of rumors out there. There was some rumors out there, some things saying that was he a notary anymore, saying he lost his notary license because of whatever. Some people were saying he hadn't paid his lawyer fees. Was he a lawyer? So there was that speculation. but he was trying to let people know that we're kind of still here and we're still going to, we're going to. So basically, he farmed everything out to other agencies. All his side businesses went to other lawyers. His immigration residency stuff went to a place called Quattro Legal. It has no affiliation with them except for the fact they're going to take over those cases. Now, if you're not happy with Quattro Legal, or you're not happy with sticking with Outlier or whatever going on with that, I actually do have people. If you want, write me. They can help you as well. Just throwing it out there. So when I was at my relocation retreat, I think at the end of last week, he came out with his third, and I believe final form letter to all his clients and on his email list. It was a form letter. The reason I know that it was a cut and paste because a lot of you sent it to me. And then ironically, I received it as well because, again, ironically, I'm actually a client of Outlier Legal. I've explained all that in the other 2 videos. Now, to me, the only thing you need to know about that form letter, we're going to go over it. Here's what's going on. So his first sentence of the letter is, the current circumstances compel me to completely cease operations in Costa Rica. Let me read that again. The current circumstances compel me to completely cease operations in Costa Rica. Now, interesting, he used the word compel. Do you know what compel means? I'm sure you do. It means pressured or forced. That's basically it. Why'd he use that? That sounds like he's closing to me. Does it not sound like he's closing? Does it not? Now, the reason I'm pissed is because I get that he might be in a lot of personal legal issues. I'm not saying he is. He might be. But he's not saying anything. He doesn't mention the bankruptcy possibility in this last form letter. He's keeping his cards very close to his chest, and I kind of understand that. He's not going to air his laundry. He's not going to say, well, yeah, there's this one dude suing me because I owe him $700,000, So I get all that, but he's so surfacey. I mean, you can't help but speculate. But does that sound like he's closing doors? It does to me. You're compelled, or somebody forcing you to close your doors. Is the government going, you're not even a practicing lawyer? Don't know that's to be true, but it could be for any reason. Is somebody forcing his hand? Is someone taking over his money? And maybe he did have to file for bankruptcy. And so some people are taking over all that because in this form letter, this is your chance to get your refund from him. Okay, so let me get this straight. Is he closing his office or is he going to stay open so he can give you guys your refunds back? Is he going to keep his office open so he can collect the money that is due him so he can use that money to pay for the money that some of you are owed? Is he closing? I just don't buy any of this. I believe that the form letter is there to shut you the fuck up. Hey, we have a form. If we owe you money, fill it out and we'll get back to you. It even says, here's a couple things on there that I wanted in terms and conditions. So you fill out the form and you have to agree to some terms and conditions. The first term is your request will be analyzed and reviewed. All right. How long is that going to take? They're kind of known for mismanagement. I know that to be true because they mismanaged my residency. And I know it from you guys because you wrote me 3 and 4 years ago. The reason I didn't use him anymore and use him as a referral for your residency is because I got too many letters going, he doesn't get back to me. They don't get back to me. And I don't want to convolute the issue, but when I got renewed my residency, I was 4 months late with him and I was pretty pissed at him. Now he did make it right. 4 months later, after I almost had like 5 heart attacks and was stressing because I didn't know if my business was legal or anything. But anyway, so it's now all of a sudden they're going to be managing very well. And they're going to be getting back with you. The second terms and conditions that you have to sign for, we will proceed with the refund provided that you paid for services that have not been rendered. So I believe that's going, hey, Outlier Legal, you didn't render those services. Hey, customer, we render those services. We have a discrepancy. We might have to talk about this and work this out so this can drag on another 17 months. So I'm not buying some of this. Now, the other one, number 6, terms and conditions that you're going to be signing for, it says this could take up to 6 months or longer, depending on the volume. I promise you, I'll apologize. I will come out on a video if I'm wrong. 6 months, you think so? You think you're going to get your money in 6 months? I think they'll fight tooth and nail to give you as little money as possible. And now, are they doing bankruptcy? Is somebody taking over? Because if there's no money coming in, there's no money to give. And if there is money to give, it's going to be a percentage base, because I'm sure he can't pay everybody all their money that they're due. But is he open or closed? We don't know. We don't know. Did I say that? Compelled me to completely cease operations in Costa Rica. Okay, now this is a good one. I love this because this is bullshit. So you have to sign off on this. This is number 7 in the terms and conditions. This is good. Any libelous, slanderous, or defamatory comments expressed by the client against Outlier Legal will result in a unilateral termination of the service agreements and its terms by Outlier Legal. Punitive, civil, and legal damages may be sought after pursuant to any defamatory actions or statements executed by the client. Oh, so if you're closed, so you're going to go against the client because they talk shit about you on Facebook? This is a scare tactic. He doesn't get to say what slanderous and defamatory is. Oh, I heard you talk shit about me. We are not going to proceed with your refund. Please. That's the total crap. That's to scare you into regulating yourself. Honey, we can't say anything. He might not give us our money back. You have every right to express your experience on wherever you want to do it. Trust me. People have tried that shit with me before. I'm going to sue you. Yeah, well, do it. This is an editorial, man. This is just my perspective, right? The other one that I found very interesting, and you people that are looking for your refunds, I think you really need to look at. Number 9, if you requested a refund through PayPal or a credit card company, then your request will be archived and the request ignored. So if you try to go, reverse the charges on your PayPal account or your credit card and go, hey, they never did this, I'm not paying this thing, you're done. Now, this is a good one. Now, I don't know your personal situation, obviously, and maybe you don't want to go this route. They don't want you to do this because, A, they owe you money, but you're probably only going to get a percentage back anyway. And this, again, but if you go against them, now they got no money that's going to come in. Personally, me, if I had all my information and ducks in a row, T's crossed, I's dotted, and I can prove that I did not get what I was supposed to be getting and I paid for it, I would definitely go the PayPal credit card route and tell them to off, because you're going to wait a year and a half? Even PayPal and the credit card companies will resolve that issue quicker. So, not telling you to do it. Your situation might be different. Maybe you have to wait for Outlier to decide when they should refund your money. But if you use PayPal or a third party or credit cards, and I had my information because I've done this before, you better have your stuff. You have to be able to prove. You just can't go, I didn't get what I was supposed to. You got to show emails and all kinds of stuff. So, but personally, so what I think this is, my personal opinion, I'm sorry, man, because I started this shit over 70 times yesterday because I wanted to give benefit of the doubt. But there's no way you can give benefit of the doubt when all this is very, giving as much. I think this form letter, I think this is the last time you're going to hear from Outlier Legal and Rafael. And he even says, I got over thousands of emails. In the form letter, he says, I got over thousands of emails. I can't respond to everybody. Now, I can tell you I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Although they had their hands in a lot of business, the majority is immigration and residency. And you got to remember, temporary residency is only for 2 years. So you have to renew. Then you're looking for your permanent residency. So he's got a permanent client. And I'm sure a lot of those emails were like, hey, I'm up for renewal in October. What happens to my stuff? Now, I think you can get your paperwork again and get it over to somebody else. I don't think that's really a problem, but I'm just saying those are the majority of the emails. I'm up for renewal in a year. I'm up for renewal in a few months, and whatever it is. So that's the majority of those emails. But I think he's washed his hands. Have you filled out the form, client? Have you filled out the form? Shut the hell up. Wait your turn, and we'll get your money back when you get your money back. Now, I could be wrong on all this, and I hope I am in a way because I like Rafael. But I don't like this, be a little bit more transparent because it doesn't, are you open, are you not? You don't even really know. Has somebody taken over your shit? Because I guarantee here's what's going to happen. There's no possible way. He was made on the internet. He's huge. If you don't believe me, type Google this stuff. So, and the internet is also going to kill him. It's good. I mean, there's no way he comes back in any form with the name Outlier Legal. So that's not going to happen. And I'm sure he knows all that. So I would question, is he open or is he not? Has somebody taken over the refund process? But I don't think you're going to hear from him again. I want to know your thoughts. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostarica.com. Peace. Pablo. So cool thing.